Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and I'm outside the little laundromat, car wash, and apartment, and we're going to see how it looks inside, how much money's in there, if we have any problems or issues, and of course we'll show the graph for sales as well. It is snowing today in Colorado. We're in Kersey, Colorado. Don't think they got as much snow as Greeley. Greeley got a few inches of snow, but still snowing all day. It's awful in here. It's so dirty. It hasn't been this bad in a really long time. It's almost like someone let a few dogs in here that had not taken a bath for a few months. So that's not amazing. Hopefully it means there's lots of quarters in here. Something else that's interesting is every time I come in here, the toilet paper is completely gone. And someone took my trash bag again too. So weird. Well, I swept up a little bit because it's so bad, but then I usually wait to mop and do other cleaning till I'm done because then I'll just get it all dirty again. But first off, we always check to see how much money's in the change machine. Now, last week was a really good week. The week before that was really awful. So it's really a surprise what we get here, if it's good or bad, which makes it pretty exciting. It's also a surprise if anything goes wrong or this breaks or something else breaks. But lately, we've had really good luck and it's been doing pretty good. So there's quite a few quarters gone, so that's good. And there's quite a bit of money in here, so that's also good. Looks like a lot of ones, but we'll count all that and see what it is, and we'll go on our chart. And then we'll also check the little change machine here, which only takes dollars and is kind of our backup. I should say that it actually takes $2 bills too, because someone used $2 bills in it once, but only gives you 4 quarters if you use $2 bills, so I do not suggest doing that. So not a ton of money in there, but there's some extra in there. And the good news is there's not enough quarters gone that I need to refill that thing because it's kind of a pain. So we'll just leave that as is. We'll fill up the other one, and then we'll check the machines to see how much money is in them and count those. Now I still forgot to bring a money bag with me, so I just dumped a bunch of quarters in my small bucket, and that hopefully will fit in here. Yes, this way I don't have to use my hand to fill the whole thing up. And we'll see how close I came to what amount of quarters I need. Now I can't really see what I'm doing at all. I can see I'm dumping some quarters all over. That's pretty close. I might have gotten exactly the right amount of quarters I need in there. Can add that to my new skill of guessing how many quarters I need to fill up a change machine. Not sure how marketable that skill is, but that's okay. Now, as promised too, I am picking up more quarters than I spilled every week at this laundromat. I still didn't pick them all up, but I picked up more than I spilled. Okay, checking the dryers. Not a lot in that one. Again, the dryers, there's quite a few of them, so we almost, there's not much in the lower ones. Not much in that one either. The stainless steel ones tend to have more, even though they're pretty much exactly the same machine. I think people just think they look nicer and newer, so they use them. Plus, they're towards the front of the laundromat as well, although that wasn't that full. And in general, in both my laundromats, it seems like people tend to use the machines in the front of the laundromat more than the ones in the back. Again, though, that's better. I don't think we're going to set any records, that's for sure, but it's definitely better than it was a few weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, when it was awful. So, a little bit in that one. The last upper one, again, not a ton there. Okay, but we'll still count it up and see what we've got. Now we'll check the newer washers, the front loaders. These usually have the most money in them. This one, people aren't using that one as much. It's had a couple error codes lately, and I reset it and run it. It seems to run fine. I wonder if it's got something going on with it. That's better. That's a much better box. That was much fuller. As I said, people left stuff all over the place here this last week. If they're gonna trash it this much, they need to put more quarters in the machines. That's not bad. Always looking for silver, almost never finding it. Oh, someone left a note. Oh, and someone left clothes. you can't imagine how often that happens where someone leaves stuff. And that one says, don't drain. So, and they held it on there with a Band-Aid. I guess that's creative. We will test this one out and see. I would say there's a 90% chance it drains. Now, sometimes these machines are finicky, or sometimes someone has a massive load in there or something weird happens. And even if there could have been an error, right? I'm not saying there wasn't an error, but sometimes they fix themselves too. And you know what? After I did this, I didn't add the extra to my chart for how much money I put in there. I think I put $3.25 in there because I accidentally put an extra quarter in there. So my chart is going to be bad, but I'm going to fix that right now. So for next week, my chart will be correct. So I'm fixing that. Okay. There, it has been fixed. Not a lot of money in these either. These get so dirty. The front loader is definitely, the way they're set up or built, is, you know, you're putting laundry in the front, much less dirty than the top loaders. And one more. Yeah, a little bit in there. So we'll add those up, see what we've got, and then we'll check the car wash too. Have to do that. And then I think this week we check the vacuum as well. So we'll see what's in there. Alright, here is my dryers. I always go dryer, top loader, front loader when I do this. So we want to see at least 400 here. 500, 600 is way better, but we like to see at least 400 or $100. Ooh, it might be close. Got it. Barely. Okay, that's okay. Not as good as last week. Way better than 2 weeks ago. Here's the top loaders. I used to always say I wanted 400 from them too. Whoa, we're not going to have much at all if I do that. But since we have fewer top loaders and more front loaders, we don't hit that anymore. So I don't even I don't even know what I want it to do. And, oh, it messed up. So of course I usually do a voiceover on this. I went back as 173 was on there from the front loaders, and so we'll add that to whatever this is. Plus then I'm adding another 325 after I do this video. Sorry, so it'll be slightly wrong, but we'll have it right for next week. But we like to see over 800 from all the washers. So 17, oh, there goes a quarter I just dropped. So we did do that. 173 plus 652 is more than 800. So again, not breaking records, but not bad either. Now we'll check the car wash. Last week the wand had broken, so we did fix that. It's snowing today, but it was 70 yesterday. So we still could have a lot of oh, there is a lot of money in there. And we have nice weather and rain and nice weather and cold. That's a lot of times when the car wash gets used a bunch. And we did have rain last weekend and then nice weather, so that was a good amount. Then here's the vacuum, which is a pretty minuscule amount of quarters usually, and has the most annoying lock as well, which you have to kind of turn and grab the pin and pull it up. Yeah, it's about what we expected. And there's enough in here, I can just count these, put them in there, and then I'll subtract that number when I count the car wash, because I don't feel like having two counts with that. I'm being lazy today. So that means 650 is what I decided. All right, put that back in there, which is also actually more annoying than getting it out. And then we'll count this too. All right, so that's all the car wash money. I did remember to take out the 650 when I made my chart. There's quite a bit in here. Over 400. That's really good. That is very good. All right. So, cleaned up a little bit, and I want to check this machine because it ran. And let's see, did it drain? It drained. It's fine. So that machine is working. Don't know what happened before, but like I said, sometimes they get messed up. They have something stuck in them. Sometimes they fix themselves. Looks like that one is going to be good to go. All right, so let's see how much we ended up with. This chart is from June of 2023 when I bought the laundromat. Goes until now, which is April of 2025, which is crazy. That means I've almost had this 2 years. That seems insane that time is going that fast. It definitely struggled when I first bought it. As you can see, below $200 for the whole week. And that was with the vending machine and pop machine in there too at that time. Now we get annoyed if our washer doesn't have at least $200 in them. So that's a good problem to have. In that first winter, it got rough, real bad. We had some issues. Kept having, had a flood after pipes froze. We had some power outages. Change machine broke. Just problem after problem after problem. So people would go there and the laundromat wouldn't work, and people stopped going there. So we worked real hard in 2024 to get everything working, added more top loaders, and we're more consistent, and that really showed, and people started trusting it and coming more, which was good to see. And again, we had some really good weeks lately, then a weird, awful one 2 weeks ago, pretty good one last week, and then this one will be, I think, in between those. But every once in a while you can see we had just a rough week. It's weird. It's definitely a kind of an inconsistent money flow, but with a small town, small laundromat, I think that's probably to be expected. All right, and this is where it started to get more fun over the winter, 2024-2025 winter. There was a record. There was another record. Another good week. Another record, or crazy record. And then pretty consistent. The awful week. And then where we are today. 420. Cash collected 356. So there were quite a few 20s in there, even though you couldn't see them. And 206 from the washers, which actually was 209. So I need to fix my total too. I'll fix my total too. It should be 423.25. Car wash 105, one of our best car wash collections ever. And dryers 102, vacuum 650. So in all, not bad. The laundromat is still for sale. We still have people inquiring about it. Have not had any offers the last couple of weeks. Haven't heard anything from the one person who offered and wrote me a letter saying why my price was too high, and I responded. So not sure if anything will happen with that. I'm not in a rush to sell it. If a good offer comes along, great. But I'm not trying to just get rid of it because it still is kind of fun going there, although it takes some time, especially with the new liquor store, which we'll have some big news on here soon. I own the real estate on the liquor store. Someone else owns the actual store, but making some progress there. And then the other laundromat, of course, the other liquor store. And then we got flips and commercial properties. Just got another commercial property under contract. So I have a few things going on. All right. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. And then we'll have the other laundromat video coming up here tomorrow. So be sure to watch out for that one too.